Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
How are you today?
I'm fine, sir.
Okay, that's good. Since it is our first meeting, I want to introduce myself, and afterwards you introduce yourself also. Anyway, my name is Robert Pastores. I am your teacher in Technology and Livelihood Education, focusing on bread and pastry production. So to know you better, let me know your names. Would you want to introduce yourself?
So, good morning, sir. My name is Livelihood. I'm 14 years old.
Yes. How about you?
Good morning, sir. My name is Mili Andres. I'm 14 years old.
Very good. To make it clear, you are Julibet.
Yes.
You are Michelin, right?
Yes.
And I am your teacher.
Robert.
Very good. Okay. Before we move to our lesson, I just want you to know my class rules. Number one, I hate tardiness. If our class is start at 11, you should come on my class at 10:59. That's clear?
Yes.
Number two is absenteeism. I don't like absenteeism because it's only fair that one day wala absent, you're gonna miss the lesson and you cannot come up for the next lesson. Okay? Number three is you need to comply all the requirements so that you can pass my subject. No requirements, understood, you're failed. That's clear?
Yes.
Okay. Before we proceed, let me ask any one of you to lead the prayer. Any volunteer? Yes, prepare.
Dear God, thank you for this wonderful day. You may continue to guide us and bless us. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Judith, for that nice prayer. So, who's absent today?
Nana, sir.
Oh, very good. You are 50, so I'm glad that most of the day that we have discussion is everybody's present because I hate absenteeism. Okay, I have picture here and I will show you. So please be attentive for the picture so that later I will ask you question. So class, do you have any idea about all those pictures?
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, about bread and pastry production.
Very good. You got the point, Juliet. So have you tried baking at home?
Yes.
Are you willing to learn?
Yes, sir.
So if you're willing to learn, maybe we can have a baking class after the end of the quarter. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So moving on to our lesson. Our lesson is bread and pastry production. Do you have any idea about the origin of bread and pastry production? If none, I have here my research all about the origin of bread and pastry production. For the first slide, please read Juliet.
Neolithic period marked the transition from hunter-gatherer to agricultural-based communities.
Thank you. As you observe on the picture shows that during the Neolithic period, people are living like through gather or hunter or agricultural, maybe planting vegetables and etc. And according to my research, Neolithic period according to Britannica from about 700 BCE in Greece, farming economies were progressively adopted in Europe. As well in the earlier date in the Middle East, the main cereals were emmer, wheat, ingrown, wheat and barley, together with plants such as peas and flax. And that is the life during the Neolithic period. For the next slide, kindly read Michelin.
Classical antiquity. Egyptian and Greek becomes the first culture to advance the science.
Yes, thank you. And look at the picture. Why they say that the Egyptians are and Greek are the first culture to advance the science and technology. As look that most of them are doing baking. And according to my research, As long as 2000 BC, that Egyptian know how to make fermented bread. The practice was to use a little old dough or even to start a new dough. These two doughs were mixed together and allowed to ferment or rise for some hours before baking. They made astonishing 50 varieties of bread. A variety of methods have since developed in making the event. So that's why they say that Egyptian and Greek are the first culture to advance because imagine during that times they are already baking 50 varieties of bread. And that's very impressive, right?
Yes, sir.
For the next slide, kindly read Juliet.
The Middle Age, marked by the decline in agrarian life, shortages in grain, more urbanization, and disease.
Thank you. That's the picture of the Middle Ages. And according to my research, medieval period opens warrant a picture in any home. Those who could afford wood burning stoves bake bread. The ability to produce high quality bread helped people climb in social ladder. Wet bread is reserved for wealthy people, hence rich cake in exotic colors were only available to the highest echelons of society, and poor people is trapped with white and black bread. Could you imagine, during the medieval period, only the rich people can afford to eat and buy cake, comparing to these days that everybody, rich and poor, can afford to buy cake, right? Because of the many establishment and baking industry were serving cakes like red ribbon, golden eggs, and etc. Moving on, the next slide, kindly read, Michelin.
Renaissance period, 16th and 17th centuries, saw strain on grain supplies coupled with dramatic urban growth.
Yes, thank you. Okay, we can say that Renaissance period is like our present day wherein we can avail many big products in many different establishments. And according to Britannica again, economic growth and globalization in the 16th and 17th century led to more decadent treats with butter, cream, and raisins. Become more accessible to the average person at this time, so families started to bake cakes and biscuits together. Late in 17th century, the price of sugar bent down and refined flour became available, bringing desserts to the forefront, including pies, pastries, and ice cakes. Maybe this time, the industrialization there are a lot of industries or creating now sugar and all materials in the production. That's why it bent down. Okay. So, do you have any question about bread and the origin of bread and pastry production? Okay, if not, I have two short questions just to check if you are listening or are you thinking about the lessons. Okay. I think you can answer this because as simple as this. First question is that why bread and pastry evolved very quickly? Any short answer? Anyone? Julibet?
So, common meal in the morning in every home, special.
Okay, very good. Yes, because bread is very common in the Western countries and Industrial Revolution marked a turning point of the accessibility of materials in the production. That's why it evolved very quickly because there are many lot of plants or industries operating many products that need in the production. Next question is how bread and pastry production can help people. How bread and pastry help us? Can you give any idea? Yes, Micheline?
Good source of income.
Yes, because baking industry is a very rampant business in the country. Look, there are so many establishments who are doing business like a small bake shop or big bake shop. So that's very nice because it caters the demand of the fast growing population. Okay? So moving on, we need to define first bread and pastry. Would you mind to read the first slide, Micheline?
Bread. Food made of flour, water, yeast, or another living ingredient mixed together and baked.
Yes, thank you, Michelin. Yes, because bread is simply made on that. And it is common both on the sari-sari stores. You can buy bread in sari-sari stores and as well as in our local bake shops. Because of its low price and it is because it's a very common food to our home. In the morning, especially in the morning, you don't need to cook rice, you just buy bread and it's enough. Okay?
Yes.
So next question. Next slide. I should say, please read Juliet.
Pastry. A dough of flour shortening and water used as base and covering in baked dishes like pies.
Yes. Okay. Based from the definition of bread and pastry, what are the basic ingredients used in bread and pastry production? Any idea? Yes.
Sir, flour, sugar, butter.
Yes, very good. Okay, and with that, it concludes our topic for today. And please bring out one more sheet of paper and let's try how much you learned. One more sheet of paper, or maybe on your quiz book, better. I will show you pictures and then write if it's write letter B if it's bread and write letter B if it's pastry. Okay. For the first picture, is that a bread or a pastry? Write B if bread and write B if pastry. Are you done? Only the letter. B for bread, P for pastry. Number two, is that a bread or pastry? For number three, is it bread or pastry? Is it a bread or pastry? Number four. Number five. Number six. Number seven. Number eight. Number nine. And number 10?
Yes.
Okay. Are you done? Use paper, let's check. Oh, for number one, is that a bread or a pastry? Really bet.
Sir, pastry.
Yes, correct. For number two, is that bread or pastry, Michelin? Yes, pastry. Because it is made of dough and more ingredients. How about number three, Julie Ben?
Sir, pastry.
Very good. For number four, Michelin. Very good. For number five, Julie
Sir,
Ben.
pastry.
Very good. For number six, Michelin.
Bread.
Very good. For number nine.
Sir, pastry.
Next, Michelin.
Sir, bread.
How about this Julie Ben?
Pastry, sir.
Very good. So who got it perfect score? So, highest score is 10, 8.
Certain.
Okay, very good. So, it's a great score. So, now you can differentiate what is bread and pastry. And that's a good start. Okay. Based from those pictures and from the exercises we answered, I have a few little bit question. What is the importance of knowing the difference of bread and pastry? What is the difference of knowing the difference? Why is it important that we know what is bread or we know it's pastry? Do you have any idea? Yes.
So bread is you can buy bread in the sari store, and pastry is that more.
You can speak in Tagalog if you can
Yes,
understand.
yung pastry sir nabibili ko sa mga mamahalin sa mga
Yes. Yes. Nice idea. In addition, knowing the right ingredients or knowing what is bread and pastry, we can create the best product we want to bake. And question number 2, how learning bread and pastry can help you in the future? As a student, if you have learning in bread and pastry, how can it help you in the future? Any idea? Yes, yes. Micheline.
source of income.
Yes, very good. Because if you have knowledge in bread and pastry production, you can make it as a business. Because nowadays, people are love party. And every party there's a cake, there's a bread. And last question is that what is the difference or differentiate what is bread and what is pastry? Yes, Gulliver.
Bread is made of simple ingredients and pastry made into more dishes.
Oh, yes. Very good. That is the difference of bread. Bread is made simply and pastry is more meticulous and more expensive. Okay? For your assignment, make an advanced reading about the use tools and different uses. Write in your note, make an advanced reading about the use of tools and equipments. And that is your gate pass tomorrow. And that's all for today. Thank you for coming, class. Goodbye, class.
Goodbye, sir.
Okay, see you next meeting. Keep safe.